What's going on, everybody? So I just moved to a new place and I haven't quite worked out my work area yet. So I got this storage shelving that I've turned into a desk here in the corner of my house until I figure it all out. But it's got some pretty cool lighting. Look, I got a little sun flare going. How about that? I wanted to give you guys a tutorial on how to organize wedding footage because when I started off, I couldn't really find anything on that. And I know that it's not something that's super complicated, but I may be able to provide you something that makes your workflow a little more efficient. And you may be able to help me in that if you see something that's inefficient in the way I organize my wedding footage, please comment below and let me know how you do it and what works best for you, and anything that you think that maybe I can improve on in my process. So let's go ahead and get into it. All right, so first thing you need to do is go ahead and drag and drop all your footage into your wedding folder template, which again is linked below in the description. So feel free to go ahead and click that, download that, and you can follow along or just watch and then download it later. Once I have taken everything off the memory card and put it into that folder, so all of this footage here is from my A camera. So I'm going to highlight it all, go back and highlight it all, and then rename everything here A camera, because I am also going to drop in my my B camera footage as well. So there, everything's labeled as A camera, and at this point I can go ahead and drop everything from my B camera in here and rename that B camera. But for right now, I'm just going to go through this and how I organize it. Now, the template has pretty much all the folders you're going to need to organize your footage. Aerial shots, random aerial shots that you might get, send off or venues, and inside venues you got ceremony venue, reception venue, and you can always add some other folders if you have the need to. Ceremony, I just have the A camera, B camera, and the audio from any recorder that I'm using. And then we have first look. You got the bride and groom first look, the bridesmaids first look, and the father-daughter first look. Photo hour is just photo hour. It's usually a bunch of random shots of the family together with the photographer kind of taking the lead on that. Occasionally I'll get some shots where I make them walk or something like that. It looks pretty good in slow motion. Prep, I got bridal prep, groom prep, invites, and rings. Inside the bridal prep, candid shots with her and the bridesmaids while they're getting ready, the dress, the jewelry, the makeup, the shoes. I think I've covered pretty much everything in these folders, but feel free to download the template and let me know if I'm missing something. So now I already know right here, I can look at these thumbnails and I can tell this is all pre-wedding stuff. This is the invites and the rings and the jewelry. So I'm just gonna go ahead and highlight all this stuff. And there's the dress. This is all prep stuff. Now down here, I see we got some pictures of the bridesmaids and everyone together, so I'm not going to take that yet. I'm going to drag this guy here into the prep folder, go into the prep folder, and then organize it. So we got rings and invites. Now I have two separate folders for that, but in this shoot, it looks like I shot them together. So the rings take precedence over the invites, so I'm just putting it in there. I'm just going to go ahead and delete this folder. I know I have the rings in there with the invites. This looks like a close-up on the dress. I got dresses, all of this stuff is dresses. So I'm going to take this and drop it into bridal prep. Here's the shoes. I'm going to drop that in there, and the dress with the mom helping, drop that in there. And then go ahead and organize these guys. All of my dress stuff into the dress folder. Shoes into here. Now this one it has some significance because the mother is helping her get dressed. So it's not just a normal dress deal. So I'm going to go in here and make a new folder under dress called Mom Helping, because that one has a little bit more significance, and so I want to make sure that I can identify that one easily. Now, some people may want to go through and actually name each and every one of these shots. I used to do that. I find it inefficient now. If I just put it in the right folder, I know what kind of stuff I'm looking at. So there's no real need to name everything. So this is some shots of the bridesmaids all together. They didn't do a bridesmaids first look. but they did a bunch of shots with the family. They did do a father and daughter first look, which was extremely freaking emotional. They got me on that one, I'm not gonna lie. Which is this one right here. So I drag and dropped everything else that was just the pictures into the photo hour folder, and this one here, which is a first look, I'm gonna drag it and take it here, and then further. I like to see icons. I don't know why, I just like it. Take that and drop that into the father-daughter first look. Okay. Then we got some family hour pictures here, some more photo hour stuff. Just drag and drop that in there. And here we got just a random B-roll shot. Welcome to our home. So this is where the ceremony took place, in this wedding. So let's go ahead and drag that into the ceremony. What I'm missing here is a folder for B-roll, which is extremely important. Drop that in there. And then we have, looks like photo hour with the gents here. So we'll drag and drop that into the photo hour folder. As you can see, it's going pretty quickly. Now we got some flowers, we got cakes, we got some signs. All of this is B-roll stuff, some table arrangements, charcuterie table, or charcuterie, or whatever you call that. But this is all for the ceremony stuff, so you can drop that in there and then add that into the B-roll folder. Here we have the actual ceremony. I don't know what this is. Let's see if this is anything of use. No, just a random shot I didn't get to capture. I'm actually gonna delete that one because there's no point in having it. And then here we have the actual ceremony. All of this is the ceremony. What's this guy? You guys face each other? So this is after the ceremony, a little photo shoot. So all of this stuff is the actual ceremony. I'm gonna drag and drop that in there. And then organize that. This is all A camera stuff, so A camera there. And anywho, you get the idea, right? So we're going through and we're organizing everything into the folders that they belong in. It's pretty straightforward. You'll still have to go through and look at some files and see what's what. You don't want to miss the bouquet toss and things like that. Here it looks like the father-daughter dance. It is. So I'm gonna take that. That goes in the reception folder. I need to make this always default to large icons. And then we're gonna go first dances. And inside the first dances, you have bride and father, bride and groom and mother. So bride and father, and there you go. So it's a pretty simple format. Once you have a template, it's really easy to organize, and that's really all there is to it. Once you have a template, you can easily organize your files so that once you drop that folder into Premiere Pro or whatever editing software you're using, everything's nice and organized. You can go through, punch the music in there, and start laying out your video to the music or whatever, or however your workflow is. So if that came in handy, let me know. If you think it's inefficient and there's some way to make it better, please let me know. And if you liked it, yeah, let me know. I'm gonna try to bring you guys more tutorials. It's hard to find things that aren't really saturated on YouTube, but I will do my best to bring you as many tidbits of information as possible to help your workflow and your creative process when it comes to video. So if you enjoyed this video, please hit like. If you haven't already, go ahead and hit subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.